Hello everyone, this is Witcher the Wizard coming to you again for your weekly Twin Flame, the Twin Within Energy Report for the week of November 11th to the 17th. First of all, my apologies for not getting a reading out last week. Um, I had a busy Sunday, but nevertheless I had time to do it, and it was just one of those cases where even though I thoroughly enjoy doing this and it doesn't take very much time and it's, not a big drag on me, um, I was just really feeling resistance to putting a reading out last week, and I don't know why. Every once in a while, it's not even every once in a while. It actually happens a lot in my life where there's things that I can be doing that um, are productive, they make me feel good, and yet I just feel resistance to doing them, and I don't. And I don't know why. So, if anybody's got any comments on that or any thoughts, examples in your own life where you're just resisting doing something, even though it's fun and or potentially beneficial to you. And I would say doing these readings are both. I don't want to make any money off these readings, but they're beneficial in. I don't even know exactly how to say how they're beneficial. It's just that doing these weekly readings are beneficial to me. They help me out somehow. I can feel it, um, and I enjoy it. So I don't know why I resist. But feel free to drop your comments down below if you've got a situation in your life where you do that, and maybe some thoughts on why that happens, why we do that to ourselves. So again, so this is the Twin Flame Within, the Twin Within readings, energy readings. So on my twin flame path, I really focus on the union within myself, between my masculine and feminine energies. So that's what I focus on these readings. Is really just focusing in on yourself. I feel that everything that happens to you in your external world is a reflection of what's going on within you. So if you want the best outcome in your life, focus on what's going on inside of you. Focus on where you need to come into union within yourself, where you need to strengthen within yourself, where you need to look for, a lot of times we'll go outside of ourselves to look for recognition. Look for where you can give recognition to yourself. Um, yeah, it's really just all about looking at your own masculine energy, your own feminine energy. See where they're not coming together. I suppressed my own feminine energy for a long time, long part of my life, and it wreaked havoc. It wreaked havoc with my life. And it also didn't allow my masculine energy to express itself in a healthy way. And when I say healthy, I mean effective, in a way that was not only externally effective, but created what I wanted to create within my life. So as I'm starting to um, bring my masculine and feminine energies closer together, I'm finding that I'm just a lot more effective using both or either energies, and knowing when to use which. There's a time and a place to implement your feminine energies, and there's a time and a place to implement your masculine energies. And knowing, right tool for the right job makes a big difference in your life. And then those two energies start to become complementary to each other, and sympathetic to each other. So they actually work in tandem instead of against each other. Getting on to the feminine energy, the card I pulled up was the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse. So for me, the Nine of Wands card represents not holding your ground, but more like keep going. You've been through this long journey of trying to do something, trying to implement something. The wand energies is action, it's implementation, it's taking your ideas and inspirations and moving them via action into the real world. So you've had this long journey of really trying to implement something into the material world. I won't say the real world, I'll say the material world, because it's all real, whether it's energetic, whether it's your imagination, your consciousness, your thoughts. It's all that's all real. You know, scientists, quantum physicists tell us that there's only two things that we know that are real in the world, and that's consciousness and energy, and everything else is a derivation of the two. So you're trying to move this idea into the material world. You've gone through this long journey. Maybe you're not seeing the results that you want to see yet, and the Nine of Wands says, just keep going, because it'll show up. As long as you keep going in forward motion, it will show up. So the Nine of Wands in reverse is that feeling of wanting to give up, of just say, oh my God, I'm tired of going and going and going and not seeing the results that I want to see. Well, you know, those results could be just right around the corner, and if you give up now, you'll never see them. So this is the feminine energy is wanting to see those results, wanting to start receiving the results of that effort. And it just, you got to kind of let go of your expectations on timing and just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. And you will eventually see results. Persistence overrides resistance. I mean, that should be the tagline for the Nine of Wands is persistence overrides resistance. If you persist in your efforts, you will eventually be successful. So that's the feminine energy, wanting to give up and just needing to let go of expectations and attachments on timing, and just continue to focus on the process and keep moving forward. So for the masculine energy, I've got the Seven of Swords, and this is funny because this sword, as I was doing my shuffling, this card kept popping up, and I kept moving it to different spots within the deck as it would pop up, and I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and boy, it really wanted to come out, because there it is, second card I picked. Right, I picked the feminine first and the masculine second, and damn, there we go. And there it is. So the Seven of Swords. I mean, this character looks pretty dubious, pretty shady. And I know a lot of people read the Seven of Swords as deceit or treachery, backstabbing, whatever. No, but if you look at sevens throughout the tarot, you know, you get the Seven of Cups, you got, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, where the guy is like watching to, the harvest. Sevens are all about discernment. Sevens are all about discernment, right? And so you see this guy is sneaking away with 5 swords in his hand, and he's leaving 2 behind, because he's using his discernment to say that 5 is all that I can reasonably carry. And I know that there are 7 swords there, but I mean, 5 is, it's what I can reasonably get away with, right? And so I'm going to take the 5, and if I try to get the 7, I might not get any of them. I might get caught. I might drop them. I might make a lot of noise. I might, he's like sneaking away. So it's kind of that old saying, for poker, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. So that's the tagline for this card, right? It's all about discernment. It's just evaluating your situation and knowing when, like a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, right? It's just kind of assessing the situation and knowing what you can do and where to put your energies to be effective and fruitful, versus what your, what the other part of your brain thinks you could get away with. Right? Yeah, there's 7 swords, but I know I can get away with 5, and I probably can't get away with 7. So I'll take the 5. Take the 5. You're using your assessment skills, your discernment skills, to know how to use your efforts effectively. Right? And that discernment also comes up with the 9 of Wands in reverse as well. And that discernment is being able to look back and see the progress that you have made on your efforts. You may not have reached your goals, but it's being able to look back and say, I have made a lot of progress. Results are coming in. They're trickling in. It's not what I want, but they're trickling in. And as I continue with my efforts, results are going to continue to trickle in, and that trickle is going to become a stream and then a torrent. So don't worry. Don't worry that you haven't quite hit your goals yet. Look at what you have done. Become aware of and write down all the successes you have created with your efforts so far, and realize that you're a lot farther on than you think you are. All right, and then the Oracle card from the Enchanted Map series, Colette Baron-Reid. I picked Rescue. Okay, and as always, I'm going to read that. All right, Rescue. You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Upright. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask, and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. So I think that works really well with our cards this week. That wanting to give up, feeling like, I'm never going to get there, and I want to give up. And then the discernment to see, how far have we come? What gains have we made? And more specifically, where are we being blocked? Maybe where are we being blocked, and maybe ask for help from people that, hey, I'm trying to accomplish this goal, and I've had some successes, but I seem to be kind of stuck in these areas. Can you give me any advice? And you would be surprised at, how many people who are potentially doing the very same thing that you're trying to do, and you might think of them as competitors, how readily they will provide you with advice to help you get unstuck, because they were there once themselves. They know how hard that journey is, and they want to give you help. And sometimes even just a little tidbit of advice can make all the difference in getting you unstuck, or seeing where, if I only did it this other way, and boom, everything just starts to move. Everything just opens up. And certainly, asking for help from Spirit. Pray for that help. Ask for that help. And you might, in the next couple of days, just bump into someone who happens to be doing the very thing, or have some knowledge or information that you need to get you unstuck and get you going on your way. So that's what I have for this week. I wish you all well. Have a safe and happy week ahead, and I will see you next Sunday.